So, ever heard of Deep Rock Galactic by any chance? I assume not. It's an extremely niche game. It unfortunately went under the radar and no one plays it. But don't worry, as a true acolyte, I will convert you into a real believer of DRG. By the end, you will be saying rock and stone. So grab your favorite gun and pickaxe and let's do a deep dive. In this game, you're a dwarf, and not some generic medieval fantasy one either. You're an intergalactic mining space dwarf who works for a soulless corporation that totally 100% cares about its workers. You grew up on a planet and you mine the ores. Simple enough. But there's a problem. You're on a planet called Hoxes where everything tries to fucking kill you. And RIP to those with arachnophobia, because the main enemies are the glyphids, insectoid creatures that come in many shapes and sizes. But don't get distracted, because you still have to mine the resources, and when you're done, you deposit in the Mully, a little robot that follows you around in the squad, but is never there because your teammates are always calling him. Then after the job is done, you press the button on the Mully, then you shove a rocket up your ass and start hauling ass to the dropship. But don't be a dumbass and take an alternate path because the Mully leads you back to said dropship. Unless you're the driller, in that case, you do you. So there are about 4 classes in total, and all of them have their own unique weapons, movement tools, and colors. Let's start with my main, the Engineer. If you're a real gamer, just off the name, you probably guessed that he has turrets. And those turrets are why Engineer mains always have the most kills. Just sit back, relax, and let the turrets do all the work. His mobility tool is the platform gun. It's a gun that shoots these dish-shaped platforms that you can climb on. Whether it's climbing walls, bridging gaps, or the classic scout and engineer combo, it's really versatile. His primary weapons are a semi-automatic pump-action shotgun, very satisfying to blow the heads off glyphid grunts. An SMG then has a chance to apply electricity. Apparently, people compare it to a pea shooter and has another SMG, but this one has a lock-on feature. It's basically legal aimbots, but be aware it has low ammo count. His secondaries are grenade launcher, shoot things and they go boom. Breach Cutter shoots those energy slashes from those enemies. You probably watched that lawn mows through enemies like hot knife through butter. And of course, the Shard Diffractor is a laser gun that melts through health bars. Next, we have the Gunner. BFG, or Big Fucking Gun, is the model you live by. His main weapons are a minigun. The longer you shoot, the faster the RPM gets, and it can overheat. Yet another minigun, but has explosive bullets with an even slower rate of fire. And of course, another minigun, but has high damaging missiles with an even slower rate of fire that's also pretty good at long range. As you can see, he specializes in dispatching large hordes of enemies. His secondaries are different kinds of pistols. A basic bitch revolver that's high damaging and is really good at stunning enemies. Another pistol that shoots 3 burst shots, like the Robocop gun. And the final one is a very unique one. It's basically a handheld coil gun that shoots bullets that penetrate your enemies and has added benefits of leaving a trail of fire behind. Gunner's other tools are all about being a team player, like the zipline launcher. It's like a bigger grappling hook that your entire team can use to get to higher or lower platforms safely. It's also really slow going up and really speedy going down. But remember, it has low ammo count, so use it wisely. Then finally, there's the shield generator. It's basically a bubble of invincibility that protects you and your allies from anything. From what I've seen, is basically used for helping down teammates when they're surrounded by enemies. Next, the scout's main appeal is his unfortunate case of ADHD because he never sits still. His grappling hook is the best mobility in the entire game. It's like crack to scout mains. Whenever they're off their mains, they start having withdrawals from not having the mobility to zoom around the map at Mach speed. Weapons consist of a very generic assault rifle, a dope sniper rifle for long-range combat, the recoil on which can probably dislocate your shoulder so you have to pace your shots. And it's not like other guns, it has a secondary firing mode which finally lets someone aim down the sights. And the bullets do double damage with perfect accuracy at the cost of 2 bullets to shoot. Next is another assault rifle, but this one has the power of science. It shoots plasma bullets that can burn enemies. Remember, this weapon has projectiles instead of hit scans, meaning the bullets have to physically travel to its target instead of it automatically being there. And apparently they can phase through walls as well. His secondary weapons are the classic high-damaging double-barrel shotgun, an akimbo SMG that has a fast rate of fire, and a crossbow that has retrievable ammo. It also has swappable special ammo with different effects like electricity. Then his other support tool is the flare gun. As the name sounds, it's designed to brighten up the area a lot, and it lasts longer than the regular flares you throw. But unfortunately, I swear most scout mains that I encountered almost never use it. Finally, the driller is next. His main gimmick is, well, drilling. His drills allow him to shape the terrain to how he wants. Usually it's to make shortcuts around the area instead of following its rules. Like when it's time for extraction, why follow the Mully when you can simply drill a tunnel and bulldoze your way to the dropship? It's easier and quite literally more straightforward. The weapons he has have this chemical vibe to them, like the flamethrower, which applies burn to enemies, the cryo cannon that freezes them, and when frozen they take triple damage. And the sludge pump shoots out globs of acid. It also has a different firing mode. By holding the fire button, you can charge it to shoot a bigger one that has a wider radius and fragments into smaller pieces. All of these weapons are pretty good for area control, not to mention they all have the effect of leaving puddles on the ground. If you think about it, the driller has earth, fire, ice, and acid like a bootleg version of the Avatar. The secondaries include a generic pistol, the plasma charger that has a charge shot secondary firing mode with little to no recoil, and the Collet wave cooker that shoots a continuous stream of microwave energy that literally cooks them alive. Lastly, the Satchel Charge is a remote-controlled explosive that does massive damage to enemies and also carves a crater in the ground. And don't blow it up near your teammates because drillers are known to be quite the team killers. The progression in this game is the real addiction, the real hook that snatches you away from all your earthly tethers and responsibilities, like the upgrade terminal that lets you customize your guns with more damage, faster reloads, and adding some elemental effect, etc. And try not to be a broke loser so that you can actually afford these upgrades. By playing the game, you'll naturally grow enough levels to get a promotion. You go to the assignment board, choose the one with the promotion, and finish all the missions. You then go upstairs in the hub, then you unlock the promotion with materials. You'll be given different standard stuff like different kinds of matrix cores and access to machine events. When doing your soul-crushing job at DRG, remember to explore a bit because you might be rewarded with discovering said machine events. They're like bigger optional side objectives with a cool gimmick to them. Sometimes they're like massacring a bunch of enemies and collecting their insides in a timely manner. There's the Omen Modulator, which is a robot boss fight, and as per usual in sci-fi settings, has stereotypically gone rogue and it's your job to shut it down. Or you can just throw bombs at a giant rock. If you've been a good boy, though, you've been doing your weekly assignments, which are a series of random missions given to you weekly. After you're done, you get a Blink Matrix core as a reward. You need these in order to get your reward after completing the machine events. Press the Tridolite key and you can choose a free cosmetic or weapon overclock. You can find the Lost Packs, which are another form of free cosmetics, by exploring the map. There's also the possibility upon stumbling upon a boss fight, which grants extra XP. But another aspect of getting promotions are perk slots. Yeah, there are perks in this game, like self-revives, basically raising from the dead, faster movement speed, and everyone's favorite, which is somehow acquiring psychic powers, mind-controlling a glyphid, and naming it Steve. But now that you graduated into the big boy leagues, you have deep dives to attend to. Deep dives are when boys become men. It's a 3-mission structure where you get 2 main objectives instead of one of them being an optional side objective. You usually get some different type of matrix cores as your reward, but when you really want those weapon overclocks. Overclocks are like those super weapon perks that can drastically change how you can use the gun of your choice. You got cluster bombs for the gunner, making enemies receive more damage for the scout. The driller can make spikes on the ground with his cryo cannon, and the one everyone wants, the engineer, heard I am become death, destroyer of worlds one fucking time, and started making everything fall out by shooting fucking nukes out of his noob tube. Let's not forget about the seasonal terminal, which by naturally playing the game, you get to level up the battle pass and get free cosmetics and materials. There's also 2 stores for cosmetics for you to buy with IRL money and in-game currencies. If you're low on resources, you can always just go to Wall Street Simulator and start investing into some stocks, like the Wolf of Wall Street. The types of missions in this game can be boiled down to collect XYZ for XYZ amount, or you can just say fetch quest, and I mean that very loosely. First off, there's the mining expedition, which you dive into a cave and you collect some basic bitch morkite. Egg hunts are kidnapping baby eggs, which naturally piss off the glyphids, triggering a swarm sometimes. And admittedly, you gotta wonder if you're the bad guy in this situation. On-site refinery is all about cosplaying as the US government. You see oil and you take the oil. But in this case, it's a liquid morkite you're taking. First, you find the liquid morkite by looking for those jets of hellfire coming out of the ground. Then you call down the pump jack. After that, go back to the refinery and start building the pipes in the direction of said pump jack. Rinse and repeat a couple more times. Then go back to the refinery once more and press the red button to actually activate the sucking process. The glyphids, being the natural haters that they are, don't like the fact that you're on your Sigma male grind set, so they'll try to destroy the pumps and you have to defend and fix them. Salvage operation is all about repairing broken mini-mollies. Why? Because the previous team in lore were a bunch of scrubs and they got killed, and you have to clean up their mess. Use the scanner to find the mini-mollies and their legs, then you bring them back to the molly, put them back together. After that, you go into the main molly and press the red button, which will call down the mini ones back to the drop pod. Activate the giant Wi-Fi tower or the communication device. Then prepare to defend against a swarm. Don't be a dumbass and go outside the green zone. The more people inside, the faster it charges. Then fuel for the drop pod is sent down, build the wire torch to special little hole, defend the fuel again, then wait for extraction. Point extraction is all about looking for blue crystals all around the map. Specifically, the blue things in the grounds or in the walls. Unfortunately, Molly got tired of your shit and is taking a day off, so won't be here for this mission. So, you have to go to the giant deposit platform in the middle of the map, which has turrets with finite ammo. Keep in mind, the longer you stay in this mission, the more angry the glyphids get and the more enemies will spawn. After you're done, extraction awaits. Escort duty is, well, an escort mission that I think is done pretty well. The goal is to get to the armor in Hearthstone by attacking the drill dozer. As per usual, a swarm of Glyphids are going to attack it while it's on its way. Because the drill dozer doesn't have Energizer batteries, you'll have to refuel it on occasions with oil shale. When you get to the armor in Hearthstone, press the red button to start piercing it, which will summon a continuous swarm to defend it. The drill dozer has three parts to defend. The first is the engine on the left, the one on the right, and the main drill in the middle. All these have their separate health bars, and when damaged, you can also repair them. The armor in Hearthstone has four phases. The first phase is a generic swarm, second is a bunch of flying rocks that fall down on the drill dozer that you can shoot down. Third, there's another swarm, and the Hearthstone will try to encase you in a crystal cocoon, so always be on the move. In the final phase, there are these giant crystals that shoot lasers at the drill dozer that you can break with a pickaxe, or preferably use the driller. Next on the list is Elimination. Elimination is fairly straightforward. It's basically a boss rush. You have to locate giant eggs on the map and shoot it. Then you have to kill the Dreadnought, which are super juiced up Glyphids on steroids. Remember to always shoot the Gluteus Maximus. Or if you're a real smartass, technically it's their abdomen. Industrial Sabotage is another mission dealing with a boss fight. But instead of two, it's just one. The Caretaker. Before you face it, you have to destroy the force field. To do that, you have to follow the wires to a large room with a power station. Order a hacking pod, then connect it to the giant Wi-Fi tower. Then press the red button and defend it against a swarm. Repeat this a second time, then remove the Caretaker's batteries. In order to deal some real damage, you have to shoot its yellow weak spots, which will reveal its red weak spots. It's got three phases in which it will call for the cavalry for those annoying patrol bots and phase bombs, and of course the sniper turrets. And the final mission type is deep scans. It can be best described as playing hot and cold since they don't actually appear on the map. There's a bar on the left side of the screen. The closer you are to the crystal, the more it fills. Once you found it, you dig it up, scan it to call down the drop pod. Then connect the wires to the crystal, and then you build the thingamajig. After you've done this multiple times, call down the drill-elevator and activate it. It will then start drilling downward. Now say with me, you'll have to defend against a swarm of Glyphids for the umpteenth time. Eventually, you'll reach the bottom, collect the Morkite seeds, send down the drop pod, and then get to the jet boots and then extract. Because variety is the spice of life, missions might have mutators on them. Mutators are like these mission modifiers that can either be your guardian angel or your worst enemy. One of the most annoying ones is low oxygen, in which you have to be close to the molly to give you oxygen or a drop pod. When you're away from it, you have a limited supply that constantly whittles down, and when empty, you'll start to lose health. One of my favorites is low gravity because it makes fall damage non-existent with increased jump height. Rich atmosphere turns you into a speedster like the Flash hooked up on crack cocaine with more movement speed added to your arsenal. And if that's not enough, the maps also have permanent environmental hazards, like the glacial strata can freeze you, but there are also hot spots to warm you up. The fungus bogs have these green sticky splooge everywhere that slows down your movement. The radioactive exclusion zone is super Chernobyl and has giant crystals that does AoE damage and so on and so forth. The community is unironically filled with pretty wholesome people with practically no toxicity whatsoever. This isn't really a game where your teammates are going to give you shit for not having some meta build or whatever. This game has a lot of functions where it promotes these positive interaction with other players, like how all of the doors have tools to help the team, like the Gunner's Zipline where teammates can catch a very slow joyride, or the driller can make tunnels to the drop pod for everyone to follow. When you get snatched up by a cave leech, your only hope is your teammate shooting it down. There's these goofy ones where someone finds a giant block of gold and spams "We're rich" by pointing at it, and everyone starts doing so, much to the annoyance of mission control. You can drink brewskis and get absolutely hammered, turn on the music at the rig, and start dancing with your teammates. Now we all know leave no Dorf behind. I'm sure we've all tried being a hero, trying to revive a downed teammate during extract, only to get overrun and downed ourselves. Or the clutch moment when everyone is down, but that one Giga Chad teammate has iron will and revives everyone. But with all this in mind, I have to say that what makes people coming back is the sheer amount of variety the gameplay loop has to offer. You can really feel the blood, sweat, and tears Ghost Ship put into this game. But anywho, that's all I have to say on the matter. Later, for now.